What's up, guys? Episode 21 of the Marketing Life podcast, and today we are going to talk about how to scale your business online. This is a process that I guarantee if you apply all these principles in your business online, it will give you the keys and the tools to scale your business online. So let's not waste any more time and dive right in. How to scale your guys' business. Now, in all honesty, this can be a tough question to actually answer because every business is different. I personally worked with a bunch of different companies in the past, and sometimes YouTube ads kill it for one company and YouTube ads don't work for the other company. But I will say that I am a firm believer that you need to be doing it all. Don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Kind of like on the episode that I was talking with Jace, I believe your business is just like a car motor. You need to be making sure you have good oil. You need to be making sure you have gasoline, etc. So that's just like your business. There's a bunch of different leading factors online that you need to be doing. So today on this episode, we're going to be going over some website tips and tricks. We're going to be going over Facebook tips and tricks, Instagram, YouTube, content creation, your Google listing, and talk about some testing messages and split testing your ads. So let's dive in a little bit deeper into this episode with the website. So one of the biggest problems that I have seen with websites is just making sure your website is loading fast enough. A lot of times when your customer comes to your website, if it doesn't load within the first 3 seconds, more than likely you have lost them. So the faster your website loads, the better your site will convert. So make sure that you have fast sites. I will tell you right now, using WordPress, using a nice theme on WordPress, a lot of times this can make it so your site will load within those time frames. But I will say one of the biggest problems that I see on websites is people simply using too big of images. So if you create your own website, go in, optimize your images. If you are a business owner and you have a web developer, tell him to go compress your images and make sure that your site is loading within 3 seconds. The second tip with your website, make sure it is mobile friendly. I can't tell you guys, it is 2019 and I can't tell you how many websites I actually go to and they aren't mobile friendly. I was just on DirecTV and their website mobile friendliness is garbage. They're one of like the biggest companies out there for TV and they aren't mobile friendly. Come on, guys, get up to 2019. So make sure your guys' website is mobile friendly. I'll tell you guys, it's so simple to make this happen. If you need to rebuild your website, it's super easy to make your sites mobile friendly. So go make them friendly. The next thing I want to talk about is actually tracking what is happening. Just the other day, I had a company call me and say, hey, what can you do for us? I gave them the spiel, and guess what? They don't have a Facebook pixel on their website. They don't have Google Analytics on their website. They don't have any tracking, so they have no idea if their site is even converting people into paying customers. So go in and make sure that you're actually tracking things on your website, such as how long people are staying on your page, how many people are actually visiting your website, and then making sure you have that Facebook pixel so you can eventually go in and even just simply retarget those people over on Facebook. So just to give you guys a little recap on this first little section on scaling your business online, make sure your site loads fast, it's mobile friendly, and make sure you're actually tracking what is happening on your website. And that's going to wrap up this section of the website. Okay, guys, let's talk about one of my favorite things here. We're going to be talking about Facebook and Instagram. So these are great tools to actually go in and scale your business. But one of the biggest factors with using Facebook and Instagram is knowing your target audience. So let's first talk about knowing your target audience. So the first thing is knowing your target audience. Know who your audience actually is. Your potential buyer, their interests. What do they like? Where do they shop? Where do they eat on the weekends? What do they do for fun? Knowing these things and actually doing market research on your target audience is going to be a huge factor to making sure your Facebook and Instagram ads are hitting the right people. So first thing is making sure you're doing your market research. The second thing with scaling your business with these platforms is having free offers. So this is also known as a lead magnet. So one of the things you need to be doing is making sure that you have a free offer that is actually going to attract this target audience. So, for example, let's say you are a company that sells baby clothing. So one of those lead magnets that you could be using is teaching mothers how to become a better mom. And what you can do is once they opt in and get into that, now you can start educating these buyers, potential buyers, about your actual product or service. So going in and creating free offers. Now, what are other free offers? Video series you can give away. You can give away free ebooks. You can give away free webinars. Anything that is free that's going to get you an email or a phone number is going to benefit your business in the long run. So creating tons of free offers that are going to help educate your potential buyer about your product or service is just going to benefit you on these platforms. These offers need to create conversation. That is why people are on social media. They like conversation. They like to engage and talk about different things. So make sure you go in and create free offers. The third thing you need to do with Facebook and Instagram to scale using these platforms is you now need to test. So now you need to go in and start testing. You need to test images. You need to test videos. You need to test ad placements. You need to test headlines. You need to test copy. You need to be testing all of this so you can go in and hone your target audience with that message and everything. So test. And once you start getting the results, be prepared to start testing again, because that's the game of Facebook and Instagram. So just to give you a recap on Facebook and Instagram, some tips to scaling your business online is number 1, doing market research, and number 2, free offers, lead magnets, things like that. Number 3 is testing and testing and testing again. So that's going to wrap up Facebook and Instagram and how to scale on Facebook and Instagram. Next thing we're going to talk about scaling your business online is just making sure you have a YouTube channel and a Google listing. The reason why I bring this up right now is because I can't tell you again how many stinking clients I've worked with that don't simply have a Google listing and they don't have a YouTube channel. I will tell you right now, if you don't think your target audience is on either of these platforms, you are crazy. Your target audience, I swear on my life, is on every single one of these social media platforms out there. They're on Snapchat, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram, they're everywhere. You just have to know how to craft the right message on that platform and stop that person just in time. So, the first thing with scaling your business with YouTube and Google is you've got to be creating video content on your YouTube channel. And now we're going to say, well, Taylor, what type of content should I be creating on YouTube? You have to be creating good quality content is number 1. And the next thing you need to be doing is actually educating people on YouTube about your business. So if you're a plumber, in all honesty, you're going to go out there and you're going to create videos on how to fix things to do with plumbing. And the reason why is you have 2 different types of people out there. You have people that are going to do it themselves no matter what, Or B, they don't have time to do it at all. And what they're going to do is they're going to pick up the phone and actually call you because they don't want to do it. So that's why you need to be creating video content out there that fixes that. I'll tell you right now that if I got on YouTube and needed to fix something, I can probably figure out how to do it via YouTube and Google. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times I just don't have time to fix it. So I'm going to call the best guy that probably knows how to do it the best, that has the best reviews. And if I come across his YouTube video that educates me on how to do it, I now know that he is the best person that I can call to fix my plumbing issue. So I will tell you right now, the first thing is you need to create video content that educates and that provides a lot of quality. I'm a believer that quality content is king, not just content is king, but quality content is king. The second thing is create a Google listing. Now, some people are like, well, what is a Google listing? A Google listing is a listing that you can create on Google that shows your business, what your business is about. You can upload videos to your business. You can upload images to your actual listing. So creating these Google listings is essential for your business. The more reviews you get, guess what? The more likely you're going to show up in that area if someone Googles your listing, if someone Googles your service. So a lot of times if you actually Google, like, for example, plumber near me, Google is more likely to show the Google listing than the actual website. So a little recap on scaling your business with Google and YouTube is number one, actually create content, video content. The second thing is create an actual Google listing for every location that you have for your business. And that's going to end things with scaling your business with YouTube and Google. The next thing we're going to go over is creating content, and I guarantee you guys creating content is going to scale your business. So like I said before, quality content is king. So there's a bunch of different forms of content you can actually create for your business. You can create videos, blogs, podcasts, social media posts, live videos on Facebook and YouTube, webinars, and there's a lot more channels out there. But the thing is, when you're creating this content, it needs to answer questions. So if the customer is going to be Googling how to fix XYZ, then you need to be creating content that revolves around questions that your customers might be asking you on a monthly, on a weekly, or even a daily basis. This is going to be super essential for you to scale your business online, is creating content. One thing you need to realize about content is when you're creating content, you're also creating a brand for yourself, and better yet, you're showing that you're an actual expert in this industry. So if you're not creating content, people are going to assume right away that you probably aren't an expert in that given industry. So go out there, answer those questions when creating this content. It's just going to help scale your business. So that's number one. And the second thing is, another thing you can actually create content around is recent news. So obviously, depending on your industry, but industries are constantly changing. So we're going back to the plumber again. He can also create content on recent news about products or new products that have come into the plumbing industry. So if you are truly passionate about your product or service, I will tell you right now, it's going to be very easy to create this content. Super easy, guys. I promise you, if you love what you do, if you absolutely love what you're doing, it'll be so easy to create this type of content. So that's going to wrap up creating content. If you guys have questions, you can always reach out to me. I'll give you some ideas if that's the case. But go out there, create the content, and that's going to wrap this little section of content up. So we're going back to testing ads, landing pages, and your offers. So like I said, you guys need to be testing your ads, your landing pages, your offers. And the thing is, this is going to allow you to scale your business because you're going to know what's working and what's not working. So here's a list of a few things that are going to help you test. Like I said before, you've got to be testing your images, what headlines are on those images and what headlines are on your ads. And the last thing is that you always need to be testing is your actual offer. So don't be discouraged, but go out there, create like 5 different offers, test those offers against each other, and allow you to see which offer is better. Once you find a winner, start to scale it, but be ready to go create other offers. Always be creating these content and these different offers. This is going to help you make adjustments to how you can scale your business online. So I want to give you guys a few steps and a few tips and tricks when it comes to testing your landing pages and things like that. First tip and trick, you can use Google Analytics to split test your landing pages. Know that right now. You don't need to go out and pay for a software that's like $1,000 a month to split test your pages. You don't need to do that. Google Analytics does that for you. Here are 3 things, though, that I want you to know if your ads are performing well. Listen closely. So the first one is when your ad has a lower CTR, which means click-through rate, then your ad messaging is off, or your image. So you're going to need to make adjustments to your actual ad if your click-through rate is super duper low. Number 2, if your ad has a high CTR, which means click-through rate, then you don't have any conversions, you have a landing page issue. So if you have a high CTR and you don't have any conversions, you have landing page issues. That's number 2. Number 3, if you have a high CTR with lots of conversions and no sales, you need to fix your offer. So if you have a high CTR with lots of conversions and no sales, you need to fix your offer. So I'm going to recap these here. So a low CTR. So what's happening with a low CTR? It means people are seeing your ad, but not a lot of people are clicking on it. So that means your whole entire message is completely off. If your ad has a high CTR and you don't have any conversions, it means your landing page sucks. So giving you a recap, that means they're clicking on your ad, they're really engaged with your ad, but they're going to your landing page, but your landing page has some serious problems. Maybe load speeds, maybe improper messaging. You'll have to go in and test that. And then the last one, if you have a high CTR with lots of conversions and no sales, it means you need to fix your offer. So what I mean by that is people are coming in, they're clicking on your ad, they're giving their email or their phone number or whatever, and then on the next page, your product has problems. Your messaging for your product probably isn't fixing their actual problem. So you'll need to go in and fix that. Or essentially your target audience also could be off. But that's some simple tips and tricks for you guys with testing ads, testing landing pages, and your offers. So to wrap up this podcast on scaling your business online, there's a couple things that I didn't really go over. But the one question you need to ask yourself is, how is my customer service? I will tell you guys right now, you guys can have amazing product, you can have amazing advertising, but if your customer service sucks, I'll tell you guys right now, it is going to ruin your business, because more people like to leave bad reviews then they like to leave good reviews. So make sure you guys have some stellar customer service. The second thing I want to talk about to wrap this up is if your product isn't fully developed, don't launch it. Like I said, the moment you guys get bad reviews, that business could potentially tank. The idea could be amazing, but if it's not fully developed and people are paying a high dollar for this thing, it could potentially destroy your business. The last thing I want to talk about and kind of give you guys an understanding of how online marketing works and your customer service and all that is if your digital marketing is on point and your product is bad, you can't scale it online. I'll tell you that right now. If your digital marketing is on point, but your product is bad, you cannot scale it online. If your digital marketing is okay and your product is great, guess what, guys? You can actually scale this online. If your product is great and your marketing is okay, you can still scale your business online. If your marketing is amazing and your product is okay, you might be able to scale online. When your online marketing is amazing and your product is amazing, guess what, guys? You're going to crush it online. Amazing marketing and amazing products equal amazing campaigns, and you will crush it. I promise you guys that. I will say I've marketed for some companies in the past that their product was okay, and guess what happened? The company tanked. And I will say I have marketed for companies that had decent products, and we were able to scale their company online. And I will say I have marketed for companies that have had amazing products, and I have freaking crushed it online. So I'm telling you guys can do this. I believe you guys can do this. Online marketing works as long as the product works. So that's going to wrap up this little section on scaling your business online. I hope this helped you guys. If you guys have any questions, need some free tips and tricks, you guys can go download my ebook online or my checklist. Those are some simple things I use personally to help scale businesses online. And then also, if you're wanting to scale your business online, I will be releasing that course shortly. I'm working on it, guys. Give me some time here, but I will. And it's going to help you guys and teach you guys all the things you need to know about online marketing and how you can scale your business online from start to finish. Things you need to do on your website, how to set up Facebook and Instagram campaigns, PPC. It's going to teach you guys everything you need to know. So thanks, guys, for listening. If you want to get on this podcast, feel free to reach out to me at taylortimothy.com. And don't forget to have an amazing day. And don't forget to smile. Smile. Smile.